What is up, guys, and welcome to a new series on the channel. We are here for episode number 1 of the new F1 2024 Clash update. Of course, this is a bit late, but we're going to ignore that casually. As most of you have known, if you play F1 Clash, we had the new update come through on Tuesday, so now we get the chance to finally be able to, upload, as I've had these clips for a while. Now we get the chance to upload them. As you can see, we played the 2023 update. We got to milestone 14, so there is going to be some extra stuff that we will be able to unlock here. There are a couple changes that were made to the 2024 update, which I will go over in a separate video if possible. I'll think about it, but we do have some couple things to unlock. Yep, as you can clearly see, with those memes we had Sargent and Magnussen unlocked, but we do have the platinum crate that we get from milestone 14. We do get more parts for Magnussen, potentially getting him up to level 3. Same with Sargent as well. We do get a new card as well, Zhou Guanyu. We also managed to get a new part, the Blaze, for the rear wing. We also get a new driver, Valtteri Bottas, cue the Valtteri and James memes. We get a new suspension, Zenith, 2 of those epic ones, and 2 of Hulkenberg. Once again, the most unsportsmanlike driver on the grid, and of course Magnussen being, well, you know how it goes. Anyways, we do also have 400 CC points to spend, but I'm not going to break the bank just yet on that. And as you can probably tell, there is no in-game audio at this point. I apologize for that. By the way, we got a new gearbox as well, but yeah, no in-game audio this time around. It will be fixed come next time, so for now you'll just have to listen to my beautiful voice. That was a complete lie, ignore that. But yeah, you will have to listen to my voice for most of this video. But yeah, we do have a couple upgrades to do. We do also have, I think, just over 60,000 coins to spend here, so we do actually have a bit of moolah to work with. Sorry, not 50,000, but yeah, we're going to strap some parts onto the cars and let's upgrade. And there we go. That is it. All the upgrades have been applied to every person, and now we get the chance to see who can be on our list. I'm going to put Sargent in car number 1, and then I was debating between whether to keep Magnussen or put Hulkenberg in the car number 2. And the thing is I'm looking for is mainly qualifying and race start. Both these stats are really important in this game, simply just because of the fact that, again, the higher you qualify, the better chance you are going to win. Better race start, you can fly through the field a lot faster. As we can see, getting the spins, you get, well, 1.5 thousand coins to spend, which is a nice good amount. As you can also see, there are some new UIs for each of the series. So each series has a unique trait that will be helpful for the car, and there will be a separate unique trait for each track that can give you the advantage of leveling up. Anyways, our first race is going to be down under in Australia. We are using Sargent and Hulkenberg. Both of them have decent qualifying stats, but we'll see how they do in this as well. Apologies for the massive amounts of lag there. As we come across the line, my opponent's actually going to have better qualifying overall. Hulkenberg in 16th, and I think that's his Bottas or Joe in 19th. I forget. I couldn't see clearly which one that was. We have Sargent in 20th and Hulkenberg in 16th here. We are going to use some self-control boosts. I think, yeah, we are going to use some self-control boosters to try and get us through the field faster. We're going to put Sargent on the soft tires and Hulkenberg on the medium tires. 4-lap sprint here at the Albert Park circuit as we go to 5 red lights then for this quick race. Lights out, away we go. A fast start there for Logan Sargent. A good start for Nico Hulkenberg, but both of them have flown up the grid here. We have Hulkenberg up into P11. We have Sargent up into P14 there as we now make our way into the heart of Sector 1 and towards Sector 2. We have Hulkenberg trying to make his way up the order here, and he is going to move up into P11 with Sargent still in P14. But that is the dream start that we needed here to try and break away from our opponent, who is down in the lower, much lower spots. So, well, I think we have a good setup so far. Anyways, making our way through the heart of Sector 3. Lap 2 has just started here, but we're not on lap 2 yet. As Sargent goes on the outside of Hulkenberg, we're going to make sure we swap positions with them, and we are going to be boxing Sargent on this lap then for another set of soft tires. As for Hulkenberg, I'm not sure what we could really do. Hulkenberg's tire management stat at level 1 is absolute hot garbage, so it's not going to be helpful. And actually, we're going to have to force him to pit on this lap, so it's going to be forcing him to do a double stack. It'd be very, very risky to try to make him hold out for 3 laps with the risk of a puncture here, so we're going to have to box him double stack. We're trying to essentially push Sargent as fast as we can, but in the end of it, it's only going to be like a 2-second gap between Sargent and Hulkenberg. But what you're going to see for the first time is there is no reliability to fix, so that means that it's just going to be a simple sole pit stop. It's just simply going to rely on how fast we can change the tires. But Sargent comes out then in 17th. We have Hulkenberg that comes up pretty much in dead last. My opponent is leading only because of the fact he got one of his teammates still out there. So I think if we push hard enough on this undercut, we should be able to hopefully take our first victory here. We got one of his teammates, I think he's on the hard tires, I'm not 100% sure, but I really don't see the need for the hard tires given the fact it is only a 4-lap sprint. But yeah, you can already see Sargent is starting to catch his other teammate here, which is crucial for us because that means we are going to be able to hopefully take a win here for our first race. Sargent starts his final lap as Hulkenberg comes around the final corner. He's going to pass his opponent on the main straight as well, so that means both of our drivers are ahead of both of our opponent's drivers, so we should be seeing a win here so far. Sargent is up in P10, Hulkenberg down in P17. He's trying to find a way through, but he's having a bit of difficulty. Hulkenberg's overtaking stats are not the greatest, they're not the worst though, so interesting to see him getting stuck behind. Also interesting to see the fact how the defending stat is. It is playing an important part in this race as Hulkenberg gets past and he is up into, I think, 16th place. Now he's up into 15th. So Sargent comes across the line to finish P10. We're going to come across the line and finish P15 and win this by a long shot there as our opponent's teammates come across the line, and we will take our first dub with 25 points to our name and getting a standard crate for our first crate. And we also managed to get 6 flags in total, 2 for the series, 4 thanks to the club I am racing. I race for the B Nuts Racing Club. Very, very, very good club. I really do appreciate it. And you also saw for a very brief moment there, we actually unlocked a new series, Series 2. We're going to wrap up Series 1 for this episode, and then we'll move on to Series 2 for the next episode. We're back down under then once again, and this time we know what to do here. So let's hope we have a decent qualifying. It looks like both Sargent and Hulkenberg are doing the job, and they will do so across the line as both drivers will outrun their Sargent and Bottas on the opponent's side, with Hulkenberg in 17th, Sargent in 15th here. We are going to use more self-control boosts because we have 185 of them, because why not as well. We're going to put, I think, Hulkenberg on the soft tires as well. We're going to put Sargent on the medium tires this time around, and we'll see how the strategy goes as we go to 5. Red lights once again here, and we are underway. Both good starts on both ends as Hulkenberg absolutely flies through the field there. He is already up into P9 of this race. Sargent's up into P13. Hulkenberg's now up into, I think, that 6th place there as he makes his way up into now 5th. Sargent is still down in 14th. Now he flies his way, gets past 3 cars as if they're just standing still, and Sargent is now up into P10 then. And the goal, I think, for here is we're going to try to make Sargent see if we can get him to last 3 laps on the medium tires if possible. If not, we could probably force a double stack once again, but that would be unlikely as he now makes his way up into P9. We're going to be boxing Hulkenberg at the end of lap 2. He's doing the soft strat that Sargent did the previous race. So hopefully by straight pushing we will be set. And it's working right now because my opponent's drivers are so far behind. We are leading this race, and it does help that we are up in 6th and 10th, but it really does help the fact that we do have some pretty good drivers to use, and that platinum crate did come in clutch. If we didn't have Hulkenberg, would have been a lot of a different story. But anyways, Hulkenberg is going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Sargent is going to be staying out one more lap. We do have enough tire life to last one more lap here. We're going to be pitting him onto the soft tires at the end of lap 3. Hulkenberg now comes out of the box. He is going to be rejoining, I think, in P14. Yes, he will. Nice, easy. He's got plenty of energy there to use. Sargent is making his way through Sector 2 right now, as our rival Bottas is pitting. I'm not sure what tires he's going on to at the moment. We'll have to figure out in just a second. I think he's going on to the medium tires to try and make it to the end of this race. Sargent is making his way through the final set of corners here. He's going to be into the pits with 3% of tires left, as Hulkenberg now will make his way into the final sector here. He's going to try to get past Sargent, not our Sargent, the worst Sargent. We have the better Sargent, of course. And we're going to start in the final lap then. Both drivers on the soft tire, so it will be a flat out push then to the end just to see how fast they can truly go. Sargent was briefly up into P9 for half a second, but then now down to P10 as Hulkenberg tries to get past, I think that's Lando Norris, but he just could not, he was not able to. Sargent's up into P9. Hulkenberg is going to be flat to the floor here for this final sector here. Charging up Sargent's battery on the straight, and now we can deploy as Hulkenberg now gets past Norris up into P6. Into the final set of corners we go. He's going to come behind Russell to take P6. A beautiful result there for the German driver. He also takes the fastest lap of the race as well. So GG's then to the Hulk as we come across the line with Sargent in P9. And that was a very, very, very clean dub for us as we wait for his teammates to finish. I think that is going to be Sargent on the hard tires for his teammate, and then Bottas on the mediums will finish it off. That is another dub for us, and that is us completing them with Series 1. We also get another standard crate to go along with that as well. Very, very nice. 2,000 more coins for our use. So, well, yeah, that's going to be it then for episode 1. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy that, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode, hopefully very soon.